Take your seat, please.
Thank you, sir.
How are you this morning?
I'm very fine, sir.
You are all set?
Yes, sir.
As it is, Minas are born to be civil servants.
Sir, yes, a lot of
Yeah.
people in our community.
Yeah. Good thing, it's a good thing.
Yes, sir.
Also a mark of development,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And earlier successful seniors inspire others also to join.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
I see that you worked with EPFO for a while and now you are working in CGST.
Sir, I did not work for EPFO. I did appear for the exams interview, but I was in the waiting list, sir. So I was not finally recommended for it.
So CGST.
Yes, sir.
Since when?
Sir, I've been working since 2016. I cleared the exam in 2014 and I joined in 2016.
And it's an exam at the state level.
Sir, it is conducted by the Staff Selection Commission. So it's a central exam.
And you are Inspector CGST.
Yes, sir.
Right. Tell us what are the duties of Inspector CGST.
Sir, the duties also depend on the present posting. Sir, I have been posted in the range wherein the major duty is the groundwork. We have to interact with the SSCs, we have to solve their problems, we have to help them with the filing returns, and sir, just a regulatory oversight, these kind of jobs I'm performing, sir.
Were you given some training after being selected?
Sir, unfortunately I was not, but there is a provision of training. But sir, our batch was very large, so only few candidates were given training.
This has always worried me. You are posted on responsible places without any prior training.
Yes, sir, even I believe that it is a cause of concern and we have been requesting, so the situation has improved. But unfortunately, the batches after me could get training, but I could not, sir.
You said the batch was large,
Yes, sir.
therefore training didn't take place.
So that was the stated reason, sir.
Right. But is that exactly not the reason why training must take place?
Absolutely, sir. So it's very important to train such a large batch who is going to contribute significantly to the newly recruited.
So I'm worried really. See, what happens is without training you join the post, which means you are occupying positions of power
Yes, sir.
without proper training.
Yes, sir.
It's the riskiest combination.
Sir, the thing is that we do take 1 or 2 months. Yes, those are in those initial months we are unable to contribute fully. But in the later stages, sir, we learn to adapt, and our seniors are very helpful.
That is human tendency. We adapt to any condition. Problem is, if say you commit some mistakes in the process,
Yes, sir.
who suffers? It's the people who suffer. And there doesn't seem to be any awareness about people suffering. You
Yes.
don't, do you? You don't. You get your salaries on the 1st of every month.
Yes, sir. But sir, we do take precautions such as not signing any document or not releasing any order unless and until we are trained. And sir, even if we do it only with under the guidance of the superintendent, sir. So that way we try to work with whatever resources we have, sir.
Then coming to you, that is, government did not arrange for your training, okay? But as responsible person,
Yes, sir.
did you do something to learn about the job?
Absolutely, sir. Sir, since day one, I was very interested in learning new things. So, sir, I used to interact with the assessees who were primarily coming to meet the superintendent, sir. So, I used to sit there to learn, to understand their problems. Sir, I was also interested in, sir, I am posted in range, but the other inspectors who were who were posted in other sections, I used to interact with them and ask them their nature of duties. Sir,
Which law governs your function?
Sorry, sir.
Which law governs your function?
So earlier it was the Excise Act, but now it is the CGST Act 2017.
How is it different from GST?
Sir, the GST is a comprehensive tax. It is a tax that is levied simultaneously by states as well as center. So CGST is only a part of it. CGST is the part which the center is supposed to take, while the SGST, sir, the state GST, is the part that goes to the state. So although, sir, the division is not as such, we collect both CGST as well as SGST, and later on it is divided and given to the states, sir.
There are 4 GSTs, right? There are 4.
Yes, sir.
What are other 2?
Sir, the UT GST and the other one is IGST, sir, integrated GST.
are the same slabs applicable at all four?
Yes, sir. So the slabs of 0%, 5%, 12%, 18%, and 28%.
What part of central government revenue comes from CGST?
Sir, of the revenue that was showed in the latest budget, around 18% came from GST, sir. That was the gross income. But sir, I'm not aware of how much share of it was given to the state.
Okay. CGST is levied on which items?
Sir, CGST is levied in almost every item except for some of the items which are exempted, such as petroleum, alcohol for human consumption, aviation turbine fuel, electricity. So apart from these, on almost all of the items, CGST and SGST are simultaneously levied, sir.
Why are petroleum and alcohol kept outside GST regime?
So the fact that the states were very concerned about their fall of revenues if these things are given in the common pool. It in fact led to a lot of delay in the implementation of GST, and it was only this condition that led to the successful implementation of GST.
There was also one more promise that the center made to the states, and looks like center is not in a position to keep that promise.
So the center did promise the compensation to states, but sir, given that our economy is going through cyclical slowdown, the center is struggling. But sir, the center remains committed, and the respected finance minister has time and again assured the states.
You have already concluded that slowdown is cyclical.
Sir, as per the chief economic advisor, he said that the slowdown is cyclical.
You take all his words at face value?
No sir, but as per my limited knowledge, I understood that the slowdown is cyclical. But sir, it also has structural factors. So the nature of cycle depends on the structure of economy. So it is a compounded problem, sir. If we may in the short run look at the anti-cyclical measures, but sir, in the long term we'll have to work on the structure of the economy. Only then the nature of cycle will change. So for example, China's cycle takes 15 years around for getting into slowdown, but sir, our cycle takes 6 to 7 years, one slowdown after the other. So if we change the structure of our economy and the size of it, then we will be able to control the cycle of.
What according to you will be the most important step number one to reverse the, let us say, cyclical slowdown?
So the slowdown has to do with the fall in consumption and in investment. So sir, if we can work on both these fronts, sir, increasing the investment, for example, we have announced the national infrastructure pipeline. So and wherein we are going to invest 100 lakh crores in infrastructure sector. And so for increasing the consumption, we have tried to change the direct tax slabs, and we are also taking other measures. So if we can revive consumption and investment, then there will be a virtuous cycle in the economy, which may help us overcome the cycle.
How to revive especially rural demand?
Sir, the rural demand can be improved by adding more sources of income for the farmers. Sir, the scheme of MG Narega is a very important factor. Sir, the scheme of PM Kisan gives cash in hand for the farmers. So schemes like these will help, sir. Moreover, sir, if we can work on horticulture, if we can work on other areas of income, such as, sir, in Rajasthan we are incentivizing farmers to go for solar panels. So if we can take such steps which augment the incomes of farmers, then we will be able to revive the rural demand, sir.
You know, when you mentioned this solution to it, it's a very Keynesian solution. But what do you think it will cause inflation? Unless you also proportionally increase production, putting more money on the demand side will actually end up creating a further problem.
Absolutely, sir. Sir, the steps should be multi-pronged. Sir, when we do this, there is a definite risk of the inflation increasing. But sir, RBI is also conducting long-term repo operations in order to control the inflation. And moreover, sir, as you rightly said, we also need to increase the
The production.
Yes, sir, the production. So we also
that takes a long time. Look at the lead time required for enhancing production. You can't press a button and say production comes up tomorrow morning.
So the fact that at the present time a lot of most of the industry is said to have excess production and the consumption is less. So, sir, we have that window of time to increase the production and even to adapt to new technologies, while we also maintain the kind of production that is going on presently. So,
now if you say that, there is excess capacity and we have got the capacity to produce, why are we not exporting? What impedes the Indian industry to utilize that capacity which they have beyond what the local demand is to export?
sir, India's exports suffer from 2-3 problems. Sir, one is the competitiveness. Sir, when we compete from China, sir, our tax structures, our labor laws, our regulatory and policy issue, they hinder the growth of extreme competitive market, because of which our exports are not as competitive as those of China's. Sir, the second problem with exports is sir, the problem of financing. Sir, even some of the exporters were struggling for getting refunds under GST. So we did our bit to help them. Sir, also our export basket is limited. If we can diversify our export basket, as well as if we can diversify the markets that we are sending our exports to. So these steps will definitely help in improving.
The first of what you said, suppose I put it to you, and this is a question posed to your famous chief economic advisor also, that higher taxes has protected our industry and led to inefficiencies. We are not an efficient industrial, we don't have an efficient industrial regime. Is that right?
Sir, to some extent it is right. The industry's efficiency has to be improved. So India's manufacturing sector continues to remain the second or third contributor to the overall economy. So that is a cause of concern. But sir, we've been working on it. We have taken significant steps. Schemes such as Make in India, schemes such as Skill India. Sir, the labor laws that were tweaked, especially in Rajasthan. Sir, all these steps will contribute to increasing the efficiency of industries. Sir, but it will take time, and that is why we also have to focus on the short-term measures. Sir.
Do you feel at any point of time we would mature enough to join the RCEP on terms and conditions as are existing now?
Sir, absolutely. I believe, sir, given that today we have a deficit with 11 out of 16 countries, today we are not ready. But sir, definitely eventually we will be ready. Sir, India is moving very fast on the path of improving the efficiency of its economy. And so India's economy is swelling very swiftly. So I believe definitely, sir, we will be very soon joining the RCEP, sir.
Now, because you are from Rajasthan,
Yes, sir.
I want to ask.
Although your statement, last statement is not true as of today. Indian economy has slowed down.
Yes, sir. Sir, temporarily it has slowed down. But sir, if you see the larger picture, sir, we are 10 times what we were in 1991. Sir, we have added $1 trillion in the last 5 years. So I believe, sir, that I remain hopeful, sir, that we will definitely reach the potential very soon, sir.
What's the rate of growth in the non-government sector? That will give you an index of where we really are. But coming to what I want to ask you, because you are from, and your father was in the literacy development.
Yes, sir.
What is the state of literacy in Rajasthan, and what are the measures one needs to take to increase the literacy rate?
So the literacy stands at 66% overall. For men it is 79%, which is close to the national average. But so for female it is at an unfortunate 52%. Sir, any policy taken for improving education in Rajasthan has to specially take care of the women literacy and women education part. Sir, which has to do with a lot of social evils that prevail. Sir, evils of child marriage and dowry and all these prevent women from coming to school. So, sir, there would be that social angle, the gender specific angle. Apart from that, sir, generic steps such as improving the quality of education. Sir, if we can train our teachers better. Sir, if we can have innovative curriculums, more options of courses in schools. Sir, options like smart classes, sir, use the happiness curriculum of Delhi school. Sir, all these steps will tend to improve the level, the quantity and quality of education in Rajasthan, sir.
Rajasthan is an interesting culture of a couple of high-profile lady panchayat leaders.
Yes, sir.
Has that model helped? Is it something which the other states in the country or other villages could kind of Can you rate?
Sir, Rajasthan has been a role model when it comes to Panchayati Raj. Sir, we were the first panchayat in independent India, and yes,
I'm on that. The lady as the head of the panchayat.
sir, it has definitely helped. Sir, the first thing is that it has created role models. Sir, it has given confidence to the ladies of rural areas. However, sir, the problem of which is known as Panchayat Pati syndrome is also creating hurdles, sir, wherein the male members of the family exercise the real choice and they take the real decisions. But sir, we have been working on it, and sir, we have recently had a training program for the female representatives of Panchayati Raj. So, sir, the things have really helped, and I'm hopeful that they will improve further.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I have a question about this. You were runner-up in inter-college C coding competition,
Yes, sir.
right? So, is it helping you in any way in your current work profile, the coding skills that you have? I'm not talking about general analytical skills, specifically having coding skills. Is it helping you? And I'll give you the reason later for this question.
Sir, the analytical skills are helping, but if you ask about the real coding skills, sir, for any coding we need to first make an algorithm, which is based on the sir, a flow chart of how we tend to take actions. So that kind of procedure helps to tackle any problem. There has to be a step-by-step solution. So that helps, sir. Otherwise, the core coding, sir, as of now, it is not helping.
So I'll come to the why this question. In the IT services sector, we have a huge young population
Yes.
which is coming in, and they are expecting very interesting work in terms
Yes.
of their coding and so on. And then they are given work which is, there are automated code assembly tools. All that they need to do is cut paste. They're doing a lot of maintenance work, stuff which is already there.
Yes.
And very quickly it leads to disillusionment and frustration. And that's why, to some extent, we are also increasingly seeing, IT and engineers coming and are trying to opt for the civil services as well, because the IT jobs are very boring now. This doesn't bode very well for our IT services sector. So how would you address this issue? Because we are not creative. You take even the major companies like Infosys and TCS, there is no world-renowned product. And on the other hand, a 20-member team comes up with something like WhatsApp, which gets bought for 20 billion. So how would we address this? You're talking about structural changes. What structural changes would you make to the Indian IT services sector?
So the biggest change that I see is the startup culture that is emerging, so which is based on innovation, which is based on more contribution from limited number of people. So startup culture is there. We've brought in schemes like Startup India and Stand Up India to help that. Sir, even in the existing companies, what we can do is, sir, we can have more focus on the research part, wherein they read the market well, they read the market demands, the softwares that are needed, and futuristic technologies. So Niti Aayog has brought reports regarding the Internet of Things, regarding the artificial intelligence. So if we can take the early bird advantage,
Excellent, they're on the right track. So, we have good role models to learn from. I mean, both in the defense sector as well as in, IT services. We look at the startup nation. Which is a startup nation? Very well known. Israel. Okay. As really providing the cutting edge or the bleeding edge.
yes, sir.
So strategic edge from Israel and strategic depth for Israel from India. This is the complementarity that we are looking for.
Yes.
So how do you think, so my question is very specific.
Just half a line.
Yeah, sure, sir.
You just heard Israel is called startup nation.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Sir, I am aware that Israel has been very prominent in the cutting edge technologies. Sir, I am not very sure about why this name, but sir, the cutting edge technologies, the innovation they've done, sir, the kind of military equipments that they've created, even sir, the moon mission they sent, although it was unsuccessful, but being a very new and a country which is troubled from all sides of its border, so it has done significantly well. So,
And he used two beautiful terms. Strategic depth for India.
yes, sir.
And what did he say about Israel?
Strategic depth for Israel is the advantage of aligning with India, and strategic edge from Israel is what.
So what is Israel's strategic edge and what is India's strategic depth?
Sir, I believe that Israel's strategic edge lies in the cutting edge technologies, so they're very good there. Sir, the strategic depth of India, sir, I'm unable to really think about it. Sir.
Okay.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
So my last question on this thread is, for instance, in electric vehicles,
Yes.
it's not just enough to have the battery technology and the buses and so on. You need to have a good infrastructure,
Yes.
right? And this is very easy to create in a small country like India.
Yes, sir.
How would we create it in a large country like, complex country like India?
Sir, we have to take it gradually, sir, in phases. Sir, in first phase, what we can do is, we can use the nudge economics, behavioral economics, wherein the government should take the lead and the government departments can start using the electrical vehicles.
Okay.
Of course, the infrastructure has to be provided first by the government,
Yeah.
but so that can be done on pilot basis in some of the limited areas.
Okay.
Sir, which can then be expanded gradually to the other parts of the country.
So like what we have done with SEs and so on.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now slightly different question. That's my last question. Inspirational movies.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So can you tell us the most recent inspirational movie that you have seen?
Sir, I watched Mardani 2 recently. It really inspired me, sir.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit more? I haven't watched it.
Sir, Mardani 2 is a movie based on Kota in Rajasthan. Sir, the protagonist is Rani Mukherjee,
Okay.
and it deals with a serial killer and a rapist.
Okay.
And Sir, Rani Mukherjee plays the role of superintendent of police in the movie, and she tackles that case. Sir.
Or other movies, some other than.
Have you seen Invictus?
Sorry, sir.
Have you seen Invictus?
Sir, I was planning on seeing it, but I haven't yet.
What are other inspirational movies which you have watched and felt inspired?
Sir, I watched Surma. I've also, sir, my all-time favorite is The Pursuit of Happiness. Sir, there is another movie, A Peaceful Warrior. These are some of the all-time favorite movies.
Can you tell me about Peaceful Warrior? That's a very interesting title.
Yes.
Contradiction in terms, warrior and peaceful.
Sir, the movie is based on the life of Dan Millman. Sir, he was a gymnast in University of California. Sir, what happens is that he's very good at gymnastics, but he's still struggling. He has that competitive thing every day in his life. He cannot sleep properly. He's very anxious about the results. Sir, one day he loses his leg in an accident. Not loses, sir, the leg is badly damaged, shattered. But sir, then he finds a spiritual leader who is not really a leader. Later we find out that it was his own conscience. But then he takes lessons from him every day. Lessons such as, sir, it is the journey that is beautiful, not the destination. Lessons such as, unless we learn to forego what we most dearly desire, we will not be able to achieve what we desire. So these are some very deep lessons that he gives to him, and eventually, sir, he emerges as a very great gymnast. And better than, even more important, he emerges as a very good person, sir, in life.
So what do you most dearly desire that you would be willing to forego? For what dream and what wish?
Sir, at the moment I really want to clear this exam. But sir, I've made my peace. Initially, sir, I was very, very desperate that if I don't clear this exam, this will happen or that will happen. But now, sir, even if I do not clear this exam, I will try my best, sir, but even if I don't, sir, I will continue with my present job and I'll be happy there.
Wonderful.
Thanks.
I suppose all has been said. Should I? Because it's such a beautiful end.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful end. I suppose I let it go.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
great. In that case, Krishna, I want to hear from you your most favorite political thinker.
Sir, Gandhiji remains my all-time
Great.
favorite.
Again, great. Lovely. But tell us what are his political ideas?
Sir, Gandhiji's idea of Swaraj, Gandhiji's idea of Sarvodaya, sir, his idea of village republics, these are the most prominent ideas. Sir, the idea of non-violence as a tool of struggle to raise your voice, the idea of Satyagraha. So these are very important ideas.
Will Satyagraha work against Hitlers and Stalins and Maos of the world?
Sir, I believe that it would. Sir, given that even Britishers were equally, not equally, but sir, even they were very brutal and they were a dominant.
Not really, not nowhere closer to Hitler's, Mao's and Stalin's.
Yes, sir.
These guys have butchered millions of people in cold blood. What can non-violent Satyagraha do against them?
Sir, in present world where the world is very connected, sir, definitely if there is such a Satyagraha and if in a sense, sir, there may be a lot of loss of life, because if such a dictator comes into power, they will not tolerate any such protests. But sir, then the international media may come to help, the news may get highlighted throughout the world, the UN may intervene.
Look at even recent events where people have been killed, but did international media turn out to be of any help?
Sir, I'm sorry, but I would like to offer a different perspective, sir, if you allow me. Sir, given that, sir, we cannot compare the two situations, sir. There we are talking about dictators and India being a very vibrant democracy. Sir, the protesters also were allowed to continue their protest, but sir, violent protests cannot be allowed. So it was because of that the police had to resort to lathi charges in some cases.
Was done. This is
I would like to ask after this.
sure, sir.
Because sons are getting more and more enthused to ask you.
Yeah,
It has to be
please go ahead.
See, I little bit out of the philosophical thing. I was thinking about the recent budget has mentioned about 5 places where historical places, because just out of historical, we have sort of diverse background. Historical places were coming very developed. 5 places in India. The budget has mentioned.
Yes, sir.
Which are those places?
Sir, I read about them, but I'm unable to recall, sir.
Not one.
Not even one.
Sir,
Very major places.
So I cannot
Okay, you
guess.
have to read up on that. And with that budget, of course, you did that the 3 major ways to deal with economic interest in, and there are 2 hands to. She said it's a bouquet, and 2 hands to hold that bouquet.
Yes.
What are the three themes she's saying? Very poetic way she says, and then he said 2 hands to hold that bouquet.
Yes, sir.
Which are the 3 themes, and which are the 2 hands?
So the 3 main themes are aspirational India, economic development, and a caring society.
And 2 hands to hold that bouquet.
So the 2 hands, one is the invisible hand of the market, and second is the hand of trust, which is from the government side.
Why is Jaipur called Jaipur?
Sir, Jaipur is named after Savai Jai Singh II, who created the city with the help of Sri Vidyadhar Bhattacharya, and it is because of this that it is called
Why
Jaipur.
is it called Pink City?
Sir, it was Sri Savai Ram Singh Ji who, when the Prince of Wales, when he visited Jaipur, he painted the town red to welcome him. So because of that, it is known as Pink City. So later
What's
on,
the defining feature of Hawa Mahal?
so the Hawa Mahal has, sir, more than 900 windows, or what we call them jharokhas, and sir, because of the Venturi effect, the air gets cooled when it passes through them. So the ladies who were supposed to be behind those windows would feel cool breeze even in the summers. So it works as a
What do you
natural.
understand by Jaipur Gharana?
Sir, the Jaipur Gharana is also a musical as well as a dance gharana. Sir, it is a Kathak gharana, but I have not read about it in detail, sir. So,
Technical one, because you are a technical engineer,
yes.
quantum technology, and it is mentioned, it's very important because India has mentioned about quantum technology in that budget also. What's the quantum technology?
So quantum technology is the technology that works on the principles of quantum physics. That is the physics at subatomic levels. So when we work at subatomic levels, the principles of physics differ from the principles of classical physics. So it is the fundamental basis of quantum technology.
So India has mentioned something about quantum technology. This budget has mentioned. What is that?
Yes, sir. So we are planning to start a mission on quantum technology, but so the details I am forgetting at the
How much
moment.
they have allocated major budget amount?
Yes, sir, they have allocated, but I have forgotten the amount. So I need
How
to
is
revise.
it they said quantum technology absolutely supercomputers and all that. So what is the relationship of quantum technology and the supercomputers, and they are said they are, what is that relationship and all that?
Levels, the particle which are smaller than atoms. So because of that, so the spin factor of the electrons, that gives a lot of potential to the technology. So potential such as in encryption, such as increasing the speeds of the computers. So it is because of that that we are planning to use quantum technology for supercomputers.
Now I'm very tempted to ask you this question. What kind of computer is a human brain? Is it digital, is it biological, is it chemical, is it quantum?
Sir, it's a mix of all of these, sir, and it is better than any of the supercomputers ever designed.
When you say it's a mix of all of these?
Sir, it works on biology, sir, it is connected to biological parts of humans.
So biological, electrical, chemical, I understand. Why would you say it's a quantum computer?
So because electrons are also there inside human body, so that's why I said that it's a mix of all of these.
Can artificial intelligence be better speed of thought and competence than human brain?
Sir, I believe that at the present moment it would be very hard for artificial intelligence to reach the levels of a human brain. But sir, eventually,
They have already surpassed human brain.
sir, if you are referring to the chess game that
So many. Chess is like minor AI.
Thank you,
So
sir.
many where AI has surpassed human brain.
Yes, sir. But sir, I still believe that comprehensively surpassing the human brain in every aspect of day-to-day life. So
Why
that
you
would
are
take some
saying, why
more
you are
time.
saying that it cannot surpass the human brain?
No, sir, absolutely not. I'm saying that at the present it seems hard, but eventually, sir, we never know what technology can do. So I
But
remain
don't you
hopeful,
think that
sir.
artificial intelligence is also done by some human? The program is done by human being.
Yes, sir.
How can we that which is created by human being, programming, coding, ultimately be better than what whoever is coding and programming?
Sir, it works like we trigger something and then the process becomes self-perpetuating. So we code the machine to learn by itself and then it starts learning and taking decisions for itself. So the initial trigger is definitely by humans, but the infinite capacity to learn, to understand, to analyze of machines would be unparalleled, sir. So I am very hopeful about the technology.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. A wonderful interview.
Thank you so much, sir.
You have also made our morning a delightful morning.
Thank you so much.
Very happy with your entire interview. We are going to also pray for your success. Personally, pray for your excellent
And
interview.
I am also very happy for him because he became inspector when I was chairman SSC, my time.
Oh,
So he said, my old student,
Yeah.
is really dead. You are really
Great.
led by your school very well. Very well.
Yes. Excellent. Absolutely. We questioned you from all different angles.
yes, sir.
Then also picked up some tricky issues. You have risen to the occasion on everyone.
Thank you, sir.
With some small, this is not going to cost you marks,
Yes.
but if you work on that,
Yes.
then your marks will still further increase. That is studying the budget,
Yes, sir. I need to revise it, sir.
national budget and the state budget also. Questions on state budget also may come up.
Yes, sir.
Like quantum computer, there is a provision for 8,000
It,
crores.
sir, I was thinking, but I did not speak because it would have been.
Actually, you could have said, sir, I guess,
Yes, sir.
and it's okay.
Sir, I was told in some previous
Huh.
months that I should not take too many
No,
cases, so
no.
I thought.
Yeah, too many is fine.
But you have not guessed even once.
Yeah,
Yes,
You
sir.
could have taken the chance.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Too many अच्छी बात है.
Yes, sir.
कि हर बार कहते रहना ठीक नहीं है, लेकिन पूरे इंटरव्यू भर में कभी एक बार कहोगे,
Yes, sir.
sir, I'm not sure, but I take a guess.
Yes,
He's also making you one extremely pertinent suggestion.
yes, sir.
You said a couple of times, I forgot.
Okay, sir.
Eh? He is suggesting to replace I forgot with I'm unable to recall it now.
Yes, sir. So may.
Yes, please. Yeah, that's meant for you. And
I've
it's a
written it
very
down.
significant, very significant suggestion. Small,
Yes,
looks
sir,
small, but it's very. Instead of I forgot,
Yes, sir.
just say I'm unable to recall now. Unable to recall means you have studied the issue.
Yes, sir.
You actually know, but somehow it's okay that in the interview you are unable to recall. Otherwise, excellent.
Thank you so much.
Also-
I was really impressed by his answers on quantum computing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very, very good.
There's one
I mean,
book you really
I
enjoy.
thought he will beat out the most. These absolutely come to
Yeah.
the point. This is what
Yeah.
actually quantum technology is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's called The Emperor's New Mind.
Yeah. Then both the books, by the way.
Even
Sir,
It's
our-
Roger
Penrose.
Penrose. Look up books by Roger Penrose.
Penrose.
Roger Penrose.
Yeah.
Penrose.
P-E-N-R-O-S.
Penrose. Penrose.
Okay, sir.
Actually, it's first part of the two-part beautiful book. First one is ENM, Emperor's New Mind. The
Okay.
other is Shadows of the Mind.
Shadows of.
Second book is Shadows of the Mind.
Thank you, sir.
And in fact, our quantum computing project should have some component of mind studies.
Hmm.
Otherwise, that
Yeah.
we are not we are neglecting because these two
Yes,
are
sir.
handled together in America.
Hmm.
We can't only focus on the computer science.
Yes, sir.
So excellent.
Wonderful.
Thank you,
We are
sir.
so happy. Also, that reference to nudge theory was a brilliant reference.
Thank you, sir.
So we think you would touch cross 200 easily.
Thank you, sir.
So we will look forward to your being top scorer in interview. Top scorers are 212.
Yes, sir.
So absolutely excellent. Discussion on movies is excellent. I mean, throughout the interview you are not found wanting absolutely anything.
Thank you so much.
Curious,
You
pursuit
will
of
now-
happiness.
You will graduate
Yes,
from
sir.
CGL to IS now.
Thank you so much, sir. Means a
So
lot.
you are a
Yeah.
CGL fellow, now you will become IS.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Can you tell us about pursuit of happiness?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the theme of the Dalai Lama's
Yeah.
discourses around the world.
So
I'm
it's
very
also-
curious about that film.
So it's also the Sir Thomas Jefferson by drafting the Declaration of
Oh, yeah,
Independence
yeah,
of US.
Right.
He talked about the pursuit of happiness.
Yeah.
So it's about Chris Gardner. He's an investment banker. So initially he's selling some medical equipments and he struggles a lot. It's about his struggle with homelessness and he had a child. His wife leaves him. But he continues his dream of investment banker and later he becomes a very successful businessman and investment banker.
You haven't actually seen the movie?
I haven't seen
Sir,
it.
Man, it's wonderful.
Wonderful.
Will
I'll see it.
Smith.
Sir, if you don't mind me recommending, you should.
Yeah,
I will like it.
absolutely.
Thank you.
What is the name of the movie? Sorry, what is
Pursuit
it?
of Happiness.
Pursuit of-
It's based on real life of Chris
Investment
Gardner.
banker.
Yeah. In San Francisco.
Happiness and peaceful warrior.
Yes, sir. Both of these.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
The way he never, when I was watching the movie,
Yes, sir.
my mind kept thinking that this man's troubles will be now over, now over, now over. They just don't get over until the last one, but he never gives up.
So even in the interview, he goes while painting and he had this shirt to
Yeah.
paint over it. So
Hmm.
even
Brilliant.
at that time.
Yeah. So Krishna, we look forward to your being among the toppers really.
Thank you so much, sir.
You deserve to be IS.
Thank you, sir.
Bless you.